Pallet menu. Click on your machine, then click on Pallets. When the pallet menu is loaded, you'll notice it's split into three sections: Pallets, Details of a pallet, Tool Schedule List. You'll notice each pallet is represented by a rectangle. Some of these rectangles are sunken and some are raised. The raised rectangle pallets are active pallets. These are ready to go into the machine. The sunken pallets are pallets which are not enabled or finished. You'll see each pallet will have its own position in the stocker. When the pallet's in the machine, it will have MAC. When the pallet is ready to go in next, it'll have next. If it was in a workstation, it would have workstation or WS. So the S signifies stocker, P signifies pallet. So stocker number, pallet number. Machines with 4-face option will have 4 small square indicators. Top square is face 1, face 2, face 3, face 4. Click on the face, you'll see the information in pallet detail. So I clicked on face 1, it tells me it's pallet 4, stocker 4, the status is normal, face 1 is running, program number is running, part, description, operation, issue, start number, cycle time come from a stored file. ID, order number, serial number, others are not set. These are options you can set if you want to attach an order number to that pallet. The pallets and the faces will be color coded. So face 1 tells me it's running. Pallet is on the left hand side white, is in normal condition. If it was in continuous, it would be highlighted with continuous color. If you're reserved, it would be highlighted in reserved color. If it's in interrupt, it would be highlighted in interrupt color. When a pallet is selected to run on the machine through the pallet manager and you assign a program number to the pallet manager, if the software has got no information for that program number, this will automatically download the NC file and extract the T-code M6 command lines to generate a tool list. That tool list is then stored in a file which can be used at a later date. If this stored file has just been downloaded, it will automatically go into a teach mode. So when the pallet is put into the machine and it starts running, it will teach itself cut times for each tool, overall run time for each tool, and overall cycle time for the program. Once this information is captured, the data is then stored and set into the stored file. So when the program is selected again to run on the machine, it knows the tool list and overall cycle time, so it can calculate the start and end time for each pallet for each face. So in this case, it's going to run up to pallet 26, and it tells me the pallets or the schedule will run to 1534. If you look at pallet 5, face 1, starts at 1347 and finish at 1351. That's the 3.68 minutes. If you just want to look at the selected tool list for a face, click on the face and go selected pallet tools, and this will show you the tools associated with that pallet. Whether it's enabled or whether it's finished, you can still see the tool list. You've got a summary page which will show you when the pallets are going to start and finish, and this is a summary of what's going to happen on the machine.